So this building is going to allow us to basically double our capacity in terms of manufacturing and also office space. So it's going to allow us to take a company that was started 9 years ago and basically double its size in revenue. You know, I was pretty nervous getting into this. It was a big undertaking. There's a lot that goes into it, but having a good contractor, you know, helps you work through the process.
When you're working with Derrick Building Solutions, you'll get a full-service general contractor that handles every aspect of the project, from design all the way to the final clean.
We've never built anything like this before, and knew that we would need probably a little extra help on the front end of getting things going, and so definitely glad that we picked Derrick.
So what we got here is a 50,500 square foot pre-engineered steel Butler building. The nice thing about Butler is how custom we can get with the buildings. The opportunities are endless with how you can design these buildings. You know, you can certainly make it look like the building we have here for Rock Shield Rubber, but you can also make it look like a storefront, like it would in a downtown setting.
The owner comes to us and just tells us what they want, and then we start the process of setting up the building, drawing the plans, and then we send that off to Butler. Butler puts everything into motion of what they have to build to make this building work. They tell us a ship date, we're ready by that time, everything just works smoothly.
When we're doing that preliminary stage of doing these preliminary drawings, going back and forth on different ideas, I'm able to use Butler's Advantage software and just changing a few things here and there to see where things come in price-wise. It's easy to just whip up a quick budget right away to share with the client, so we don't have to wait, you know, weeks or months for a quote on something. That's one of the main advantages I see, and also the speed these things go up. I think we had the main frames for this 50,000 square foot building set in 3 or 4 days.
We use a lot of the same subcontractors in erecting these buildings, which is very, very efficient for us and for the subcontractors, because we both know what we expect at the end.
The thing I like most about it is the ability to expand. So again, you know, we've doubled our footprint here, but we're hoping in the near future that we'll have to expand again, and the way these Butler buildings are put together, it allows us to expand in 3 different directions very easily.
It's very, very easy to work with Butler. On this project alone, we were short a couple things or added a couple things. Butler is very efficient. We made a phone call, got things moving, boom, done.
I would say in terms of this project here, you know, we're both on time and on budget to this point, and you know, the aesthetics of this building is exactly what I want, and probably even more.
The best part of my job is just seeing a project from what it was to what it ends up being, and also ultimately having a happy client to see their eyes light up when they walk through the building for the first time, because a lot of people can't see that vision on a flat sheet of paper, and then to have their dreams and their business brought to life, that's really rewarding.
Head coach for Eau Claire Memorial, Kyle Kaufman. And now, the starting lineup for your Hudson Raiders. Leading off, designated hitter, number 1, Steele Homey. Second baseman, number 5, Sam Abrahamson. At catcher, number 3, Logan Hagman. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, number 8, Jace Matazinski. First baseman, number 11, Bennett Brathel. In center field, number 10, Sam Manchester. Third baseman, number 9, Silas Heisler. In right field, number 16, Parker Recken. Left fielder, number 17, Hunter Oswald. Starting pitcher for the Raiders today, number 7, Mitchell Anderson. At this time, would you all please rise and honor America by removing your hats for the singing of the national anthem.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Fantastic job on the national anthem. Wow. Silas Heisler up in the booth, just belting it out.
I love that. When you get that participation from the players and having the national anthem sung is just great.
Awesome. Then runs down to the dugout like, all right, go play some ball now.
Let's go out to third base. Here I am.
Gotta love it.
Well, here we are.
We're back
for my
at
first
it.
game of the year. I missed the last one, and I know Seth kind of picked up the slack a little bit.
Yes, he did.
Probably got all kinds of good comments, and I'm sure they said, get rid of the other bum, but you're stuck with me tonight.
Not at all. We stumbled through a balk at one point.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yep, we got some nods down on the score
you
area.
got
They're
a
like
little education on the rules of baseball, huh?
Oh yeah, I was figuring things out.
Yeah.
One step at a time up here.
You know, that's
baby steps.
Sometimes it takes a village with that stuff.
That's especially with me.
Well, I'm excited. I mean, the team is doing great so far this year, 10-2 on the season. They have certainly met expectations that I thought they would have this year. I know in conference play 3-1, they did have a split with Chippewa. I heard a little bit about that, not directly from Hudson people. I think I mentioned I know the coach from New Richmond pretty well.
Yeah.
They're having a great year, so they are certainly watching what's happening here in Hudson. But sounded like maybe a little bit of booting the ball around. Hudson kind of hurt themselves in that game.
Okay.
So I think maybe just a little hiccup. They are a young team. We've talked about that before, and we'll talk about more of these players as we go on. But, again, a good season. We're looking at overcast skies here tonight. We'll see. We're keeping an eye on the weather coming from our west. Rain likely. We just don't know the timing of that. So stay tuned, but we're going to try to get a ball game in here.
Yep, looks like these storms are just hitting the west side of Minneapolis right now and just kind of slowly cruising through.
Well, maybe we can get a big crooked number up in the beginning of this game for Hudson, and we don't have to play a full 7 innings.
Heck
but
yeah.
we'll see. On the mound tonight for the Raiders, we have Mitchell Anderson. Mitchell Anderson, a senior, number 7, so keep an eye on him. Did not see Mitchell, I don't think, last year pitch, so good to see him this year. Behind the plate, we have Logan Hagman. Hagman, a sophomore. Excellent player back there, so keep an eye. He's going to be certainly somebody to watch tonight if there's base runners on for Eau Claire Memorial. First pitch outside for ball 1. Anderson waits for the sign and delivers. Fastball outside. Aaron Gunlock, your leadoff batter here for the Old Abes.
I like how spring's kind of sprung around here. I was on a dog walk today. Got a little hot.
Did you see the upcoming weather next week? It's going to be in the 80s, I think.
Right.
That one's outside.
I don't have my white legs on display for everyone.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Take pictures.
Yep, I will. I'll send them to you right away.
3-0 count here against Gunlock. Anderson looking to hit the strike zone. That looks good right there. Got the corner.
Nice looking pitch.
3-1. See, we got a few more banners out there on the field. That's nice. It's certainly, when you can balance them out across all the outfield sections, that's good. Ball 4 high that time, so the leadoff batter Gunlock draws the leadoff walk. Brings up the third baseman, number 20, Alex Johnson.
I'm going to jump out and grab that flag just real quick so we can see down that baseline if you're okay with that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Again, keep an eye on Hagman behind the plate here. Mitchell in the stretch. Looks at the runner and delivers. Squares to bunt. Curveball. Gets away from the catcher. Looked maybe initially like that may have been tipped, but obviously not. Runner easily down to second base. That one was a little bit inside. Looked like a good curveball. Good movement on it. One and 0 here on Johnson. That's in there. Fastball for a strike.
Good heat.
Your infield for the Raiders, number 9, Silas Heisler at third. Jace Matazinski at the shortstop position. Sam Abrahamson at second. Bennett Brathel over at first. Got him on that one. Curveball.
Like that.
Little sweeper action on that one, actually. A little more speed to it. Anderson up now. 1 and 2. Fouled off.
All right, so inquiring minds want to know, how was this show? You missed our opening game here at baseball, and you went to, I believe, ACDC.
Yes, I did. It was
how great
excellent.
was it? Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, it was. You know, it brings back your youth, right? That's what you kind of remember. Those were the rockin' 80s. A nice pitch
Woo!
that time. Curveball drops it in there.
Take time.
Strikeout for Anderson, number 1.
So it brought you back to the old 80s. I love it.
It brought me back, yes.
The heyday for us.
Yeah, it. You know, and U.S. Bank is. I like the outdoor arena shows a little bit better than U.S. Bank.
For sure.
Acoustics can be a little off. The band itself, you can't blame them. They're in their 70s, so
Yeah.
they were a little bit off to start. But after they got within probably 3 songs or so, they were back.
Nice.
It was right on.
Wow.
Ian Bauer, your batter. Bauer at second base.
It's funny seeing some of these old 80s bands making kind of a victory tour right now with all the
You know,
80s kids that have some money to go spend on these.
ooh, nice pitch.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. Yeah, well, it's kind of a rejuvenation for them. I mean,
Yeah.
they do have a
Yeah.
younger audience now that's recognizing it as classic rock, and then you got the old rockers that still want to see them.
Heck yeah.
You know, they all say it's not about the money, it's about the fans, but
It's
we'll
about the
let you believe that.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice shot. Oppo field there, out to left field.
Sending him.
Looking like they're going to send the runner, holding him up at third base. Ball gets by Heisler. So Bauer able to get into second base on that overthrow. Nice shot that
nice
time.
hit, yeah.
I mean, good line drive, opposite field. So the old Abe's in action here.
I know you said it earlier, but what's their record? Because I didn't hear it.
I'll check that in a second. I know.
Okay, sorry.
I know that they got swept by New Richmond.
Okay.
And lost to Hudson on Tuesday, 3-2. Tight game over at Carson Park. So 3
okay.
losses in conference for sure.
Okay.
1 out only. Runners at second and third. Anderson with the pitch. Curveball. Outside. Ball 1.
I like that Carson Park over there. That's a cool area in Eau Claire.
It is. And, you know, you think about the football field. They are moving away from, I think there's only one team that will play there now, and that's Eau Claire Emmanuel. So both North and Memorial will be playing on their actual campuses for football. They all have turf. That one's high. 2-0.
Is that for next year?
Next year, yeah. So
This is breaking news.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah, so check into that because
Well,
you're going to be dealing with a different setup. I don't like those press booths over at Carson Park for football, to be brutally honest with you. That one's high and tight. Ball 3.
yeah, it's a little.
Do you remember the year that we got crammed in with all those old guys from the Leader Telegram?
Oh my gosh.
They couldn't have given us worse eye darts.
Well,
they were so mad.
you know that was all my fault.
Well, I don't,
Kind
but
of.
but all I know is that they were not happy we were there, and we had to almost whisper when we broadcast. Curveball in there for a strike.
So what happened is I showed up early. One of the moms was like, "Yeah, I think you guys might be in here," and it said reserved, and I was like, "All right." So we rolled on in, set up, and setting up our stuff is not like just turn a computer on.
No. Ooh, got
Nice.
him. Got him on that
And so
hard cutter.
we got all set up, and then one of the Telegraph, who were the main reporter guy,
Leader
one of his
Telegrams.
cronies showed up, and was like, I say crony, they're real good guys, but they're his guys he hangs out with while he's doing his thing in the booth. And they're like, uh-oh. They literally were like, uh-oh. And I'm like, what's going on?
Tight. High and tight for ball 4, so the bases are loaded here.
So they tell me, oh, you didn't know. I'm like, no, what? They told me I was supposed to set up in here. And they're like, oh, no, this has been reserved for so-and-so for decades.
Well, you could tell. I mean, the guy was old and ancient.
Oh, my
Logan's Zen master. First baseman.
And then he wanted to sit in a certain spot that he always sat in, and guess whose gear was all in his spot? That was me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. When you came in, I was already trying to bribe him with dinner, and like, I'll take you guys out. And
there was another time where we got squeezed in another tight spot there, too. So I'm not sad that's gone, actually, for football. Nice pitch that time. Strike one.
Yeah, as long as they got somewhere for us to set up that's not, like, in the bleachers,
yeah,
I'm fine.
Anderson trying to battle out of this here.
Yeah.
Corners are in, so watch for a force play at the plate. Curveball misses.
Got one down here in this first. Whew. Interesting.
So Hudson's been kind of consistent with their rotations of pitchers. When we've talked about this before, we'll get into it in the game as well with pitch counts, but sophomore Mark Souza's been kind of the main starter on Tuesday games, especially in conference. That one's high. Then they've been mixing it up a little bit. Anderson's been pitching some. I think Nick Hirsch as well. Also, Silas Heisler maybe has been doing a little bit of pitching. I've just been trying to think of who I've seen in the box scores. But anyway, fouled off. So in that game on Tuesday then, Souza likely doesn't have any pitches left.
Got it.
So
Got it. Okay.
we'll be seeing some new people. And then I know that these coaches kind of consistently stay with that throughout the season, how they rotate their guys. Curveball high.
Good movement on that thing.
Full count.
All right, let's see something.
Pretty good pitch there. Just a little low and outside, but missed with that. So Gunlock's going to come across the plate for the first run. Base is still loaded here.
Big rig here at the plate.
Aaron Smith, freshman. That one's high. Smith, the DH tonight. Anderson just trying to get a little bit of take a little break here. Just think about it.
Yep. Get in the zone here.
Time called.
And the batter's like, well, maybe I'll take a little bit of
If
time
he's
too.
going to do that,
Yeah.
I'll do that, yeah.
Take some personal time too.
Anderson looking at the plate, getting the sign. Ooh, nice block that time by Hagman. 2-0. Little chatter going on in the old Abe dugout.
Mm-hmm. Got to be happy with their start so far with one in and bases loaded.
That one's inside. 3-0. So the leadoff walk to Gunlap. Strikeout. And to the number 2 batter, Johnson. Then a single. And then now 3 walks in a row brings in another run. 2-0 Eau Claire.
Coach got to pop out to the mound with the infield here. Just have a little. Bring it in. We'll take a quick breather. We'll be right back.
When you're working with Derrick Building Solutions, you'll get a full-service general contractor that handles every aspect of the project, from design all the way to the final clean.
You know, I was pretty nervous getting into this. It was a big undertaking. There's a lot that goes into it, but having a good contractor, you know, helps you work through the process. We've never built anything like this before, and knew that we would need probably a little extra help on the front end of getting things going. And so definitely glad that we picked Derek.
Welcome back to the Derek Building Solutions booth here. Ken Cohen and Aaron Sundin on the call. We've got Ryan Bullis pinch hitting for us on the camera tonight as Jeff is on the road again. On the road again.
Gabe Secker, the batter. Infield still in on the corners. See if they can try to turn a double play here. That one's high. Ball one. I'm sure right now the mentality is, hey, we're going to wait until we see one.
Yeah.
Make them work for it. Anderson just trying to settle down a little bit. Comes to the plate. Right in there.
That was a
good pitch that time.
Good looking pitch. All right. I got your spot.
One and one. Anderson gets the sign and the pitch. Curveball high. 2-1. That's the bullpen starting to warm up here a little bit.
Yep.
Like Miles Howe going down there to warm up, number 12. 2-1 on Secker. That one's in there.
Nice.
Got the corner on a fastball. 2-2.
I like this umpire's strike call. Strike!
Anderson feeling a little bit of momentum here. See if he can get one more. That looks good. Lined up. Oh, shot right to the 3-4 hole. That's going to score one. They're going to try to score another. Play at the plate. Looks good. Right on the spot. Abrahamson. Good cutoff that time by him. Hagman gets down the tag. So one run in on that single by Secker. Runner at first advances to second. But the put out at the plate saves another run. Eau Claire Memorial now leads 3-0.
2 outs.
And Anderson with the pitch a little high. Ball one. Runner at second, getting a pretty good lead there. That one's popped up. Out of play.
Gonna hit the
There go
VIP parking over there.
Booster kids, they're making a run for it.
Love it.
1-1.
Yeah, it was youth team appreciation tonight.
I think they do that at most of the games here.
Kind of fun.
The 10 AA team in their unis.
Yeah. I like how they line up for the national anthem with the crew.
1-1. Sweeper that time. Low and outside, 2-1. Blake Buer, the batter.
Bueller.
Buer, the number 8 hitter, eighth hitter in this first inning. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. 2-1. That one's lined.
Oh,
Good
boy.
shot out to left field. That's going to get over the outfielder's head.
Wow.
All
Out
the
to
way
the
to the
fence.
wall. They're going to score 2 here. Play at the plate's going to be a little late. That double right there by Buer knocks in 2 more for Eau Claire Memorial, who now leads the game 5-0.
Wow.
That was a rope.
That was. Yeah, just a sweet poke out there. Made it to the fence, and left field didn't have a chance.
No, I mean, he
He
was
was hustling, but just didn't have a
he was-
chance.
it was just well hit. I
Yeah.
think it was a 1 hop, got to the warning track real quick there. All right, brings up the number 9 batter, number 9, Brady Borg. Fastball that time in there for a strike. Anderson bringing some heat that time, lost his lid.
Yeah, that's a little whip in the arm when the hat comes off.
2 outs. Same thing that time.
Oh, yeah, he's throwing some heat right now.
He's a little angry, pitching angry there. 1-1. Buer, the runner at second. That one's outside. 2-1.
Put some tape on that hat. Keeps coming off here.
Mm-hmm. Curveball, nice pitch that time. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Two and two on the number 9 batter, Borg. Again, 2 outs here. Top of the first, 5 runs in for the Old Abes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. For the Old Abes, 5 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1 after 1/2 inning. It is Eau Claire Memorial 5, Hudson coming up.
Jonesy's local bar and grill, close to the rink for all your pre- and post-game fun. Jonesy's features some great apps, the pretzel, onion rings, and don't forget, great wings, both bone-in and boneless. Boneless available in white and dark meat. And then my favorite, on Saturday and Sunday, it's the prime rib. Wow! Jonesy's also caters and hosts meat raffles to benefit local nonprofits. Thanks for being part of the team.
Welcome back to Hudson Field here. Hudson, and
Is this the castle? Is that
what are we calling this over here? Is it the castle?
Yeah.
Okay, go with that.
Steele Homey, the DH, leading
What's up,
off.
homie? Let's go, big time.
For the Raiders, see if they can put a little pressure here. Pitching for the Old Abes, Brady Johnson, number 17. Homey takes first pitch for a strike.
Inside there, caught the edge.
This Raider lineup can certainly put some runs on, and once you get these top of the order guys on base, it gets a lot of fun because there's a lot of speed there too. So you got hitters and you got guys that can steal bases. 0-2 here on Homey. Curveball just outside. 1-2.
Good looking pitch, that last one.
Johnson looks and delivers. Ground ball to the second baseman. Scoops. Makes the throw to first for out number 1. Brings up the second baseman, Sam Abrahamson.
Good contact there, just right to the second baseman, just waiting to grab that one and toss it over. A couple weeks left of school, I think. These kids will be, I think Memorial is grad season.
Yeah, right around there. So, yeah, just forgot it's May Day. Happy May Day, Ken.
Hey, right back at you.
I remember as a kid we'd have...
Did you get to my basket I dropped on your doorstep?
People would drop baskets off all
Did you
the
get
time.
mine? I just dropped
didn't.
it. Oh,
No,
you didn't?
no.
Your neighbors must have taken
Was
it.
it like
it was
a flaming?
beautiful.
Was it a flaming paper?
It was
bag or
not a
something?
flaming paper
Oh,
bag
okay.
like last year. It was. I don't know if you got that one either, to be honest with you. Got all sorts of treats and Kanoki stuff and
Curveball.
Yep.
I'll look for it.
Check with Shanna. I'm sure somebody got a hold of
Yeah.
it. You know me. I'm pretty steady Eddie on my Mayday deliveries.
You're a giver. 1-1. That one's outside. 2-1.
We did get back in the day. Our neighbors loved to do the Mayday
Always.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
I remember that
It's
as a
pretty
kid
cute.
too. I
It's
remember
pretty cute.
my mom would put them together too and go bring it over there.
Oh yeah.
I was always afraid to drop it off to the pretty girls.
Were
house.
ya?
Yeah, I was shy back in the day. I don't know what happened. Curveball
I
in
was
there.
here-
2-2.
I just that's a bit of a curveball for me right there, my friend. I would not have guessed that. I would have thought you'd be the guy like
Hey.
rolling up, ringing the doorbell. I brought this for you.
2-2. Ooh, got him. Gets away from the catcher, though. Abrahamson
Hustle.
with an opportunity to get to first base. Safe. Pulled his foot off the
let's
bag.
go,
so
big time. We'll take it. We'll
able
take it.
to get 2 on the drop third strike there. Pass ball.
Good heads up play there.
Yep. Good hustle. We mentioned the speed there with this upper part of this lineup. Hagman having a heck of a year at the plate. Let's see if he can move the runner around here, keep the inning going. 1 out. Can Abrahamson, the runner at first, takes a secondary lead. That one
Wow.
looked a little high, but
Yeah.
curveball in there for a strike. That one's high. 1-1. Johnson moving pretty quickly out there on the mound, not given much time and much care over to first base, so keep an eye on that. Abrahamson getting a pretty good lead. Off he goes. That one's in the dirt. He's going to be in there standing. So stolen base for Sam Abrahamson puts him into scoring position. Logan Hagman sitting at 2-1.
Kind of like what you called. You get those guys out on the bag, and they like moving.
Keep a little pressure on the defense.
Good lead over at second.
Curveball in there. That was a tough pitch to, if you were going to swing at that, that was tight. It was going to probably jam you, but able to get that inside corner. 2-2.
Yeah, this kiddo's got a good curveball.
That one was a little low. We went back to it. 3-2. You know what's interesting is the old Abes have a kid on their bench who's a heck of an athlete, and he's a really good pitcher. His name is Cooper Jesperson.
Okay.
He was the player of the year in the Big Rivers for basketball. Fly ball out to the right field. High, tight. That's going to advance the runner down to third. Right down the line. Plenty of time for the right fielder to go over there and make that play.
So what's up with him? He's not pitching, obviously.
So he is a very good prospect. I don't believe he's pitched at all this year.
Oh.
I don't know the details of that, whether, again, will he at some point during the season, but my understanding is he is certainly one of the best pitching prospects in the state. And talking to the New Richmond coach, they didn't face him, and not really sure, based on what I've heard, if he's pitched this year yet. So Jace Matazinski, your batter.
I know it's total speculation, but
2-0.
walk me through why he wouldn't be up. Is it just because they don't want him wrecking his arm before he goes?
That
or
might be it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
you
a
only got
lot of
so many
these
reps, I
a lot of
suppose.
these kids now are participating in other than high school sports. They might be on a club team or something. Or that one's tight. Jace able to get out of the way of that. 3-0. That is a probably good speculation that maybe, again, is there a tryout or is there something else that he might be saving himself for?
Gotcha.
Don't know the answer to that, so I don't want to speculate, but
Yeah, again.
that could be one of the reasons. That one's in the dirt. That's going to score a run, though. Abrahamson hustles down in there.
Wow, let's go. Replay coming in hot.
Man, I thought that was not going to be very close, but Abrahamson got a good jump, able to get to the plate. Tight play at the plate, but
Yeah, it
able
was.
to slide in for the first run of the game for the Raiders.
That was a really tight play there. Even on the replay, that was,
It was very tight.
tough.
Yeah. Good call by the umpire, though. He was in the spot. It looked like it was very close, but hand got in there, I believe, in time. Again, good speed with Jace Matazinski at first base. Bennett Brathel, your batter. That one's outside. 1-0. Jace is a fun player to watch. I mean, you'll watch him out there. He's running like a crazy man, like his hair's on fire. That one's fouled off, right side. 1-1.
Over to what we used to call the hollow down there to the right. Girls softball played back.
Took a peek at that. I got to believe the boosters are using it for probably traveling, but
The hollow.
doesn't look like a whole lot of activity.
The grass cut at least.
I think there he goes. He's going to be in there. There's that speed I talked about. Good athlete, very good basketball player. Told his dad kid needs to play football next year. So hopefully they watch this back. Jeff.
Hint, hint, Jeff. Hello. Somebody tell him. I love that.
2-1.
Yeah, you and I talked off the air a couple weeks ago.
That one's high.
About some of these athletes that did take up football their senior year, and they were really successful.
Yeah, I mean, if you're athletic, I mean, I understand there's other things you focus on, but and there are injury concerns too. I know I've talked to some parents whose kids, that one's falled off. But at the same time, you know, I don't think football, especially if you are an athlete, they'll find a spot for you.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to know how to necessarily do everything right.
Ooh,
Foul
goodness.
tip.
It was off the face, maybe?
I think that did go off his face mask. Give him a little breather there.
Was it the Healy? Was it Healy that played that one year?
Healy
senior
did
year?
it. Jack Erickson, he was a baseball player, primarily baseball. He played his senior year. Ben Healy's the one that came out, and I think he had 9 interceptions. It says
He was ridiculous.
curveball, that one's tight. And it's kind of one of those things, you know, if a kid wants to do it, you don't want to regret things later. Oh, I should have tried that. I should have maybe done it. But
Yep.
All right, well, the Raiders still in business here.
Rally going.
Sam Manchester, your batter. Lefty, number 10. Manchester out there in center field tonight. Curveball in the dirt. There goes Matazinski.
Going again.
Face first, getting a little dirty. That was a good read by him. He was just getting a good secondary lead. All of a sudden, the ball in the dirt. He took a jump.
Oh, boy.
Did I steal your line over there, you guys? Come on.
What line was it?
I don't know what I said. I'm not afraid to steal somebody's ideas. It happens all the time.
Oh, yeah, we'll poach your lines all day.
Ooh, nice line drive shot. That's trouble. That could score two. Let's
go.
See if Brathel can get the wheels on here. Not really.
That was pretty funny. He was
I was waiting for the
jogging
next
on
gear
in.
to kick in, but didn't happen.
Look at this
Nonetheless, that was just a great hit that time by Manchester.
Wow.
Hits the green, hits the grass.
Must have pulled a hammy or something. That was pretty funny.
All right, 2 outs. Raiders still in business. Runners at second and third. Curveball in there for a strike.
2-out rally going on here by the crew.
Silas Heisler, your Star Spangled Banner singer tonight, up to the plate. 0-1. Nice curveball that time. 0-2. Heisler takes a breath. Says, I'm ready for this one.
Yep.
Curveball tight. Keeps working it. 1-2. Again, 2 outs here. Johnson comes to the plate. Curveball gets him for strike number 3, and that ends your inning. But the Raiders get 2 runs on 1 hit. They leave a couple. After 1 inning, it is Eau Claire Memorial 5, Hudson 2.
When you're buying insurance, finding protection closer to home is always better. After all, Who is likely to care more about you? Someone at the end of a 1-800 number or your local professional insurance agent? If you need a quote or just have a question, please just drop in and see us or give us a call. SF Insurance Group is your local community insurance agency. Visit our many locations at St. Croix Falls, Osceola, Somerset, New Richmond, Hudson, Stillwater, Chisago City, and Forest Lake. Visit us online at sfinsurancegroup.com.
Now pitching for the Raiders, number 12, Miles Howe.
Miles Howe up on the mound for Hudson.
Yep, we saw him warming up there in the first inning. Aaron Gunlock, the leadoff batter for the Old Abes, up to the plate, scored in that first inning on a walk. We should mention Bennett Brathel. Sounds like he did have a hamstring issue that happened last week, so glad to see him trying to gut it out there. It's tough to run with that.
Oh
You ever pulled a hamstring? I pulled two. I pulled two right at the same time.
Dang, what were you doing? Like powerlifting?
No, it was after a basketball tournament.
What?
Yeah, and I wasn't that old. I think I was in high school, and it was like literally brought me to my knees. I was like, oh my God. I think actually one was more of a cramp, but that one's off the end of the bat foul. But I mean, it's like when they say pulled, when you pull a hamstring, it does feel like somebody's like literally pulling on it, pulling it up, right up through here.
What's the rehab on that? Just chill
ice, ice, and well, for today, I mean, I haven't had it happen for a while, thank God, but curveball outside. But back then it was ice, and then once it starts to kind of, the swelling starts going on, you got to stretch it, and then wrap it. So put like the old icy hot and that kind of stuff in it. And,
oh man!
But
wow.
And when I hear that one's fall back, full count. I hear about these guys that tear it. It's like I can't even imagine that. That's got to just be horrible.
I was talking to somebody about working out, and maybe it was you, and they said that one of their coworkers was trying to get back in the gym.
Good pitch, strikeout.
And it was doing some bicep work and tore his bicep.
It wasn't me, but I've heard people that have done that before, torn a pec or something. It's like
sounds awful.
It does sound awful. Alex Johnson, the batter.
That's all I can think about when I'm working out now. I'm
it's like I'm gonna tear something. I better not even do this.
Don't tear anything. Just take it, lay it up just a little bit.
Nice pitch.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
Howe, a junior, so far, so good for him.
Yeah.
Pounding that strike zone. Curveball that time. Right
Wow,
there, right on that corner.
They got him,
It's a really hard pitch to hit. If you're a right-handed batter and that comes in tight, you're thinking, oh, that's going to be inside. If you do swing at it, not much you can get on it. It's going to be off the handle of the bat. 0-2. Got him swinging.
Time.
Howe with 2 strikeouts here for the Raiders to start this second inning. Little jump in the step there in that infield. Ian Bauer, your batter. Bauer singled back in the first and scored. First pitch from Howe is high and outside, ball 1. Yeah, the older you get, you got to actually think through your exercises, right? It's like, I better stretch first.
Legit, yeah. Oh, yeah, I started the first week I was back. I'm like, all right. You're like, all right.
Aren't you working out at
I am
Farrell's
at Farrell's,
now?
yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Farrell's, yep. And they had us getting warmed up. We were just doing jumping jacks. And
Swing and a miss.
I'd done jumping jacks. I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, literally, I don't know how long it's been.
Were you missing?
It's just a freaking
off
goof. It's like, I got a right knee that's not really tuned up like it used to be.
Ground ball up the middle.
The
Matazinski makes the play. Oh, the throw goes through a little low that time, just through the glove of Braffel. Runner advances to second.
Fielder number 12, David Ankeny.
What happened at first? Did that just get under his glove?
It was
there?
a little bit low, yeah,
Okay.
and just went under the glove, got to the fence, and runner able to advance down to second. 2 outs here. Zinmaster, your batter. Logan Zinmaster.
That's a cool name.
Sounds like some kind of a cool video game or
Right?
something.
Somebody from Sedona.
I'm from Zinmaster.
I'm a Zen Master. Level 3. That's awesome.
Sorry, Ankeny's the batter. I was one ahead. Ankeny, number 12, is your batter. Walked and scored in the first. 1-1. I just like Zinmaster.
I know.
Just thought,
You're sure to
I
say
just
that.
gravitated right to my book.
Yep.
Nice pitch that time. A little low.
I will say, quick follow-up on my jumping jack story.
Oh, yeah.
I am much better at jumping jacks
Are you?
after 4 weeks in.
Oh, cool.
Yep, I'm actually hitting them pretty good.
Are these group classes you're going to?
Yeah, I'm kind of I need some accountability.
Yeah.
And if you get in with a group, you get that.
Yeah.
And for me to just go to the gym and get
Do
whatever.
Did they say
10 more, maggot. Just like my old Navy days where they're just cussing at me and giving me the business.
Got him.
Ouch.
Took one. So the 2 out hit by pitch moves the runner down to first. First and second, 2 outs here. Now the Zinmaster's up.
That's what we need right now after that getting called a maggot by you. No, they keep it a little cooler than that. They do. It's more words of encouragement. It's not like, hey, good job. It's like, let's go. We're doing it. So it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a really good crew down there. Lisa runs a tight ship, and her instructors and trainers they're really good people.
Ground ball. That one's going to get through. We'll see if they try to advance the runner.
Here
kind
he
of some
comes.
slow roller. They will. So the runner comes in from second. That is Ian Bauer. Ankeny moves to third on the 2-out single by the Zinmaster.
Designated hitter number 18, Aaron Smith.
Oh, Logan Zinmaster. He put a nice shot out there.
Fastball in there for a strike. Gets away from the catcher momentarily, but that will just move Zinmaster down to second. Aaron Smith, your batter. Smith walked and scored as well in the first.
See the DH? Am I remembering that right?
Yep. Curveball in there for a strike.
Wow.
0-2.
Good looking pitch. All right, got ahead of him here. Let's work some magic.
Fly ball out to
Whoa.
center field. Looks like it's playable. Manchester gets
Bingo.
underneath it, makes the catch to retire the side. Memorial gets 1 run on 1 hit. They leave one. After 1.5, your score now, Eau Claire Memorial 6, Hudson 2.
Wilbur's ready to show the coaches why he should make the team.
I'm going top shelf, where Mama keeps the peanut butter.
Or he'll ring one off the iron and...
We'll thick with logistic.
Valley Companies is proud to sponsor Raiders hockey.
Let's hear that horn, Hudson.
Parker Recken, the batter. Recken, a sophomore. Playing right field tonight. Recken, the number 8 batter here for Hudson. Again, your scorer, Eau Claire Memorial 6, Hudson 2. That one's high, 1-1.
Didn't miss by much on that one.
No. Curveball just outside. 2-1. Just looking at our program here, and I'm recognize some of the names, and then I go down to the JV2 team.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Hasapopoulos.
There's another Hasapopoulos. Yep, tough hopper. Ooh, popped right up to his glove there at second base. That looked like it was going to maybe be trouble for him, but got a lucky bounce.
Replay coming at you, and it did just pop right on there. You got another Hasapopoulos. He's on the JV team?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, another Hasapopoulos.
Love that family. We'll probably have another 12 coming after him.
Yeah. Hunter
big
Oswald,
family.
the batter. Curveball.
I miss, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I miss Papa Hasapopoulos up here cranking the Metallica every other song.
Yeah. He took his music pretty personal, didn't he?
Oh, it was serious
awesome.
business. And
people would be like, What is that? It's like Iron Maiden. You and I are like, this is cool.
We were loving it, and everybody else was like, what kind of maniac is running this thing? He's like, yeah, this is great. He's awesome. I think he's a principal up in northern one of the
Metro. Suburbs, right?
Yeah.
Ground ball, nice
Ooh,
shot.
got it.
Oswald
Let's go.
down the line. That's going to be at least one. Left fielder gets over there to cut it off. Keep it to just a single.
Check
so
out
the one-out
this shot.
single by Oswald brings back the top of the lineup. Steele Homey, your batter.
He just came around on that one, right down the line. All right. Put a duck on the pond out there. We'll take that.
Steele's got some funky walk-up music there, doesn't he?
A little funky monkey going, you know?
Yeah. Pitch to Homey outside. Ball one.
It's Homey. Is he a junior?
Senior.
Yeah,
good to see him. Last year with the football season, he got hurt, and so wasn't able to finish his senior football season.
Mm-hmm.
But nice to see him back in the baseball uniform. Last year, what I remember is he always wore a hood, so no hoodie this year for Steele. Oswald, your runner at first. 1-1 on Homey. That one's high.
Good eye.
2-1. Yeah, let's see if Hudson can put a little pressure here on Johnson this inning.
Got a little something going last inning with two outs.
Yep, got 2 runs in. Runner goes. Curveball. Throw is going to be in there late. Good hustle that time by Oswald. Picks up the stolen base.
Oh, no.
Just going to check him there for a second. Looks like he's holding his chin. Might have had a little chin music on the base or something. Coach Bladen gives him a pat on the back, says, you're fine.
Tough it out. You're good.
Tough it out.
Wipe that blood off your face, would you? Getting those bags all dirty.
Yeah.
Got to clean these things later.
Three and one on Homie.
Yeah, I was watching my son in the national game
Oh, yeah,
the
tell
other
us
day,
about
and they took a player off the field at one point because he was bleeding, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like a rugby thing to do.
Yeah, right.
He was bleeding from his face. That's why they took him off.
So tell us about that, and then I'll tell you, I did a little bit of looking, and I think I saw a picture of your son, and he looked like he was in beast mode.
Oh, gosh.
he had like
yes.
the look of determination
on
his face.
Nice
Fly ball.
wrap.
That's
Get to the
be,
gap.
Should be a gapper
Yep.
there. It is.
Yep. Let's go.
Going to bring the runner home from second. Oswald.
He is
Homie
hustling.
gets around the base to second. Standing up. Big
Let's
hit
go.
by him. Opposite field out in left center. There's that big hit we were talking about, looking
Great
for.
Poke. Great poke. Right out in the gap, too. Right out to the U-line sign. Just a great wrap there by Homie. Yeah, so my son, Will, is a rugby player out of Eau Claire, D3 program there. Their team did fantastic this year. The end of the season, they ended 30-2 was their record throughout 6 tournaments and the national tournament, and actually took down the national title for the Division III rugby program, men's program, which really freaking cool
That's
to be
really
the
cool.
dad
It
that's
wasn't
like,
even,
this
the
is
championship
great.
wasn't even close, was it? It was like 20-0 or something?
Yeah, when I picked up the boys from the airport on Sunday, they were like, that wasn't our hardest game at all.
Wow.
Which is funny how that goes sometimes.
Yeah.
Where, you know, they actually called out their first 2 games as their hardest games of the whole tournament. They played 5 games.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, that's a process of elimination, right?
Boys had a great time and just a heck of an effort. They had a really fun night after they won the Natty.
Sure. 3 and
I'll let
2
you
and 1
infer
here
what might have
on
happened that night,
Abrahamson.
but it was fun.
Well, I've known some rugby players over the years, and they are known for their toughness, and they're known for their
Cold brews.
shenanigans.
Yes.
Yes.
2-1.
Abrahamson scored in that first inning. See if he can keep the rally going here. Curveball pulls the string on that one.
He did.
2-2. Yeah, that's really cool. I know that's really a fun thing for you and Shannon, and your son loves it. So glad that that all turned out well. And does he have a year left, or is he done?
He's going to be going into his junior year.
Okay.
So he took a gap year and went out to Big Sky to kind of do his deal.
Yeah, figure out what he wanted to do.
And I was like, of all the times, this is perfect. You're 18. Get out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Had fun.
2-2. Time called.
Yep. Yeah, so those guys literally over in Eau Claire, just like a lot of colleges, just 2 weeks left, hit finals, and he'll be done around mid-May. And coming home this summer, too.
It's all kind of wrapping up, isn't it, for the year? 2-2 here on Abrahamson.
Nice,
another
that's a
nice
gapper.
rope. You got good speed there with Homie. Let's see if they're going to send him. Looks like they will. Cut off by the shortstop, but certainly not in time to make the throw. So the bats are warming up here for Hudson here in the bottom of the second. 2 runs in, still just 1 out.
Good camera work there by Ryan Bullis, catching that rope out to left field. Great hit. 1 out rally going this time. I like it.
Well, this is the part of the lineup that's been putting up runs for this team. So let's see if they can keep it going. Again, Abrahamson last inning with a stolen base, so you got good speed there. We'll see how aggressive Coach Blagan wants to be. Your score now 6-4. It's hard to make up 5 runs in an inning, so this is how you do it. Just keep scoring every inning, adding to your total. Here he goes. Aggressive is what the name of the game is tonight. I like it.
I
so
do
another
too.
stolen base.
Wow.
So Abrahamson with 2 stolen bases so far. Puts him into scoring position. 1-0 here on Hagman. Johnson can tell a little bit nervous about that runner. Hudson's not afraid to maybe try to pick up another base here as well on the base paths. Especially we saw the heads-up steal by Jace Matazinski last inning, so keep an eye on those balls in the dirt. Curveball. That one's high. 2-0. consistent tonight, I think, with his strike zone, our plate umpire.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. Both ways.
I don't remember where he's from. He has reffed and umped a lot of things before. That might drop. It looks like it's going to off the handle.
They're going to send him?
I don't know. They won't send him here. So again, the pressure keeps mounting.
Wow.
4 hits in a row now for the Raiders. Abrahamson down to third. Hagman, your runner at first. Brings up Matazinski. Jace walked and scored back in that first inning.
I feel like they're pumping the hot dog and hamburger smoke right into us, and it smells so good up here, doesn't it?
It's that season. Let's see what Jace can do here.
Yep.
Let's get another gapper. That one's
almost got away from him there. Yeah,
fastball wide. Speed at third, so anything that's going to get past the catcher, don't be surprised if you see Abrahamson get a jump on it. 6-5 now. 6-4, sorry. Runner goes, Hagman. They're going to cut that off at the pitcher. One of those trickery plays, trying to get maybe Abrahamson to jump off third, but wisely he stays put. So now 1-1. Got an optimistic scorekeeper here. We got another run. We're going to get 2 more, I think.
Yep. So when you look at your scoreboard at home, it's actually 6-4. It's okay.
I like the pressure, though, on the bases, getting those guys in scoring position. That one's outside.
Woo.
Bennett Brathall on deck. Two and 1 here on Jace. Curveball. That one's a little tight. 3-1.
A nice crew out on the old grassy knoll off to our left. Good group of parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters.
See if they give one to Jace here that he can go after.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, right there.
Get down.
Line driver, but that's going to be enough to score Abrahamson. There's your run, 6-5 now.
There's your run. Bam, 6-5.
RBI for Jace.
Our scorekeeper with a thank God. Praise the Lord, he says. I love it.
I had faith in you all.
We never doubted you at all. We knew. It's like you're like Nostradamus down there. You knew it was coming. Yeah, just keep pushing them up there.
We have fun with the scorekeepers because I can tell you that those machines aren't that easy to run. You think it's easy? There's more buttons on those than you can imagine. We've had,
they're very confusing.
One of the last softball games we did, that poor woman, you could tell she got pulled into it reluctantly, and she was so messed up. I remember that. I just was like, here's the score. She's like, I know I can't get the buttons to work. 2 outs here, 1-0 on Bennett. That one's low.
We only show 1 out. Maybe the other one's just in process. Yep. I trust you. You got the book.
Swing and a miss. 2-1.
Good cut.
Good speed there with Hagman as well at second. So anything that can find some grass in that outfield might have a chance. 2-2, fall back.
Fun watching the boys drop some shots out there, just finding the gaps.
Two and 2. That one's outside. Full count.
Got a full boat.
Johnson takes a look at the runner. That one's inside. Ball 4, so Bennett Brathel draws the 2-out walk. Brings up Sam Manchester. doubled his first at bat. Knocked in a run.
All right. Keep it rolling like that last inning.
Johnson takes a look at the runner, comes to the plate. In there, nice pitch. Strike one.
All right, going to do a quick weather peek here.
Getting a little bit darker, but it's a slow moving front, if anything. That one's inside. 1-1. They don't like it when their teammates almost get hit. They're like, "Ah, hey." Little trash talking from the dugout.
So the front has made it to downtown Minneapolis. And again, it's slow.
Slow roller.
Yep.
1-1. Curveball. Little high.
Good looking
2-1.
pitch. Yeah.
Hudson with 4 hits in this inning, so the bats have come alive. 3 runs in. Let's see if we can maybe tally another one. Knot this up. Got the corner that time. Looked from our vantage point, maybe a little wide, but
fair amount of groaning
nonetheless.
from the booth on that one.
2-2. Johnson just taking his time.
Yeah, he's slowing it down a bit.
Ball outside. He's starting to load some pitches up here, even in this second inning. I don't have a count, but I can tell just how these counts have gone a little bit deeper and
75.
deep in the count. 75 pitches already, so keep an eye on that. Runners go. Outside walks another one, so the bases are loaded here. The pressure keeps mounting.
Load them up.
All right, Silas Heisler, the batter.
Get old Heisler, a little organ music walking up here.
So he got a heavy dose of curveballs his first at bat. We'll see what they want to do here. Hopefully, if that's the direction they try to go, Silas is ready for it. Bases are juiced here. 2 outs. Silas, the 8th batter to hit for the Raiders this inning. Got him.
He took it.
Hit by
He
pitch.
took it.
Big lead by
Did
Hagman,
he
too. It was
point at
almost
the
like-
bench like, I took that one?
He probably might have.
These baseball
Worth
players are
it.
tough.
Worth it.
Boom, you see that?
Right fielder number 16, Parker Recken.
Heisler.
Parker Recken up to the plate. The slow walk from it's like, these guys, when they come out of the dugout, it's like, I'm going to go as slow as I can.
Oh, yeah.
Give my guys some time. Think about it. What do you think? Well, I don't know. I didn't mean to hit him. Well, I know you didn't, but don't hit the next guy. I won't. Okay. Well, let's get out of this inning. I think we should, too. It's tied now. I know.
Oh.
We were up 5-0.
Yeah.
I know. It's just wheels came off. Oh, we'll be okay. Okay. One more out.
That's all we
I'll
need.
stop.
You were really good. I'd hire you for that. Remember the Saints used to do that? Did you ever go to those games? They do that. You're really good.
I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to step on the line. Do not step on the line.
Don't step on the line.
Somebody worked really hard to chalk that.
That's right.
All right, bases juiced here. Parker Recken, your batter.
All tied up.
Parker
right now.
grounded out. Actually, to start this inning, so the 9th batter to hit.
Wow.
Got to move it on over, Kenny. Let's go
Yeah.
like this.
Well, you got to do this on the book here.
I know it. Chicken scratches. 1-0. Foul tip. 1-1.
I like that one.
Johnson taking his time. Sets and delivers. Got him, too.
Man. They got anybody warming up down there?
They do. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that one got away from him, too.
Hudson looking to put up the crooked number here.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to move it on over.
Moving on up
Marking
to
my
the
book.
east side to a deluxe
Love
apartment.
that show.
In the sky.
We're going to have a pitching change, Ken, so if you want to take a
Dynamite.
little break, I'll get you a name and number, but pitching change for the Old Abes.
Be right back. Are you dreaming of a perfect lawn? Willow River Company Lawn Care Services can make it a reality. Our expert team for all aspects of your lawn, from mowing to eliminating those pesky weeds, ensuring a weed-free green paradise. Your lawn deserves the best. That's why we provide tailored fertilization for lush, vibrant grass. At Willow River, we understand that one size doesn't fit all. That's why we offer personalized lawn packages to meet your unique needs. Contact us at willowrivercompany.com.
When you're working with Derrick Building Solutions, you'll get a full-service general contractor that handles every aspect of the project, from design all the way to the final clean.
You know, I was pretty nervous getting into this. It was a big undertaking. There's a lot that goes into it, but having a good contractor, you know, helps you work through the process. We've never built anything like this before, and knew that we would need probably a little extra help on the front end of getting things going, and so definitely glad that we picked Derrick.
Jonesy's local bar and grill, close to the rink for all your pre and post game fun. Jonesy's features some great apps, the pretzel, onion rings, and don't forget, great wings, both bone-in and boneless. Boneless available in white and dark meat. And then my favorite, on Saturday and Sunday, it's the prime rib. Wow! Jonesy's also caters and hosts meat raffles to benefit local nonprofits. Thanks for being part of the team.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Hunter Oswald, your batter, the number 10 hitter, 10th batter, I should say, this inning for the Raiders. Ben Strayer, your new pitcher for the Old Apes. So a couple hit by pitch, able to get 2 more runs across the board for Hudson. First pitch to Oswald, ball 1. Oswald singled in this inning, actually, and scored. So he was the first run in this second inning.
Wild inning.
I'm smelling those hot dogs and brats, Ken.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
That one's in. So look good, I guess. Strike 1.
I don't know what it is,
1-1.
but I always think back to those brats they brought up that were burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you guys want some brats?
Aaron, can't give them away. Ground ball, tough shot.
Nice,
That's
that
going to
gets
score
through.
2.
Woo!
Manchester comes in to score. Heisler comes in to score. Just a hot shot that time. Bad bounce for that shortstop, unfortunately. But Hudson will take it. 2 more runs in. Your score now, Hudson 9, Eau Claire Memorial 6.
Wow. I might give that one an air horn, too. That was a heck of a shot, huh? And a replay coming at you. Here we go. Look at this rope. Bam.
I'm giving that a hit, guys. That was a tough hopper. Didn't get a glove on it. Of course, now I told you I was an official scorer, and you're going to think this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
This guy? Who gave him those credentials?
Hey, now I'm loose, right? I don't. This is more for my reference, so
Yeah.
you can score it however you want. 1-0.
You're in the wild right now.
I am crazy time.
Wild and
2-0.
crazy guy.
You want a hit? You get a hit. You want a hit? You get a hit.
Everybody is getting a hit. I like that.
Two-0. Outside. Ooh, my goodness. Quit calling the
Call
play
that?
before calling the pitch before the ump. It's that delay. It's like
Right? Yeah. He does a little smooth delay.
2-1. That one's outside. 3-1. So again, Hudson able to keep putting pressure on these Old Abe pitchers. Runners on base We mentioned the four hits in a row, and all of a sudden it's kind of been walk, walk, walk. Make them get it across the plate. 3-1. That one's high. Homie draws the 2-out walk, so your bases are still loaded.
Stacked up again. Let's go.
Brings up Sam Abrahamson. Mentioned a crooked number. We're there. 7 runs in this inning. Big inning for Hudson. I like this.
Like we're in Russia or something. Need to do a little dance.
Ooh, foul back. Sam singled and scored back earlier this inning. Also scored back in the first. Own one. Ooh, pretty good looking pitch. He held on it though. 1-1.
Close.
Tough one to lay off there. Reckon, Oswald, and Homey are your runners on base. That one's in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. 2-1. Sam, an experienced hitter. He's going to get a pitch he wants here. 2-1. That one's in there. 2-2.
Good eye.
Tight. Strayer brings the count full. Runners will be moving on this pitch.
Dude, are we in the second inning?
We're in the second inning, Ken.
Dang. Hour and 15 in. Holy smokes.
There they go. Ground ball. That's going to be a gapper.
Yeah, let's go,
Heads up run
boys.
that time. Heads up running. Runner's going to get over to third. Homey.
Wow.
So the good at bat that time by Abrahamson knocks in 2 more.
Replay coming at you. What a great hit.
Really a heads-up play by Oswald as well. You could see if he gets hit with that ball as he's running, he's out.
Right.
So paused a little bit, took a little bunny hop, and able to avoid that. So 2 more. That crooked number keeps going higher. 9 runs in so far this second inning.
Wow.
Your score now 11 to 6.
6. Yes.
Homey, the runner at third. Abrahamson over at first. I would guess we've seen 2 stolen bases from Sam so far. I have no reason to believe he's not going to go here. Ooh, ouch.
Another.
Hagman takes one in the shoulder there.
Well, it's like a boxing match here. We're getting just pummeled with that ball right now.
Trying to keep up with my book. Okay. Well, you're over to
What is
second.
happening over there?
It's like a lot of darkened in
Poor Sundin's like, wait a minute.
Darkened in boxes here. All right, so Jace Matazinski sacrificed fly his last at bat. Knocked in a run. Let's see if he can do it again here. Base is still loaded. 9 runs in, as I just mentioned. Huge inning for the Raiders. That one's low. Ball 1.
Wow. What do we? How many runs in this inning? 7, you said?
We have 9.
9 now.
9 in. Yep.
Sorry, I can't see the scoreboard from my little hole I'm in over here.
Good pitch that time. Took a little bit off it. Well, we're going to find out. Yeah, they're asking if the scoreboard can have. I'm not sure.
I think Mr. Moen's going to go out and have to stand with a
He's gonna,
wooden
hold
thing.
On, have a 1 there.
Yep.
1-1. Ground ball up the middle. Looks playable. And the old Abes get out of this one, but The damage is done. The crooked number did come through. 9 runs for the Raiders on 5 hits. A lot of walks. They leave 3. Now your score after 2 innings, Hudson 11, Eau Claire Memorial 6.
When you're buying insurance, finding protection closer to home is always better. After all, who is likely to care more about you? Someone at the end of a 1-800 number or your local professional insurance agent? If you need a quote or just have a question, please just drop in and see us or give us a call. SF Insurance Group is your local community insurance agency. Visit our many locations at St. Croix Falls, Osceola, Somerset, New Richmond, Hudson, Stillwater, Chisago City, and Forest Lake. Visit us online at sfinsurancegroup.com.
Welcome back to the Castle. Ken Cohn and Aaron Sundin on the call. Ryan Bullis out on the camera today, enjoying a beautiful afternoon, quite a rally that last inning by your Hudson Raiders.
A big one, yeah.
My
and
goodness.
so now Miles Howell comes out top of the third here with a nice cushion, 5-run lead. Pitched well that last inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling here. Your first leadoff batter of the third inning for the Old Abes, number 13, Gabe Secker. A little bit more pep in the step that time coming out of the dugout from the Raiders after that big inning. Secker squares the bunt, pulls it back, 2-0. Nice pitch that time by Howe. Not sure, Secker's kind of pulled up to bunt a couple times, but really hasn't committed. So 2-1. Nobody's moving on the corners. I'm not sure if it's just a little tease or not. That one's outside, 3-1. Head games. Remember that song?
Heck yeah.
Nice pitch. Got the corner. Count goes full, 3-2. Are those guys still around?
Who's
Foreigner?
that band? Foreigner, right?
Lou Graham.
That
He
album was
so
one of my
good.
favorites.
Yeah, that was good. 3-2. Popped up. Playable. Called off by Matazinski. Gets out there. Makes the play. Good coverage by him. Looked like Hudson could have maybe had that in the outfield too, but Matazinski called it out. You could hear it from here for the first out. Blake Buer, the batter. Buer doubled, knocked in a run back in the first. Pitch from Howe, fouled off. Yeah, that was probably Jukebox Hero and all those songs.
So good. So the rain update, it is getting close to St. Paul right now. Again, this is just a really slow.
Yeah, it's a slow mover.
Slow mover, which could be good, could be bad, and you know why.
Now that you've got me on rock music, you always do this. Line drive out to center field. Manchester parks underneath it, makes the play for out number 2. So quick 2 outs here for the Raiders.
So I know your go-to stuff. Rock music is one of them.
Okay, so
I love hearing your trivia.
That
I never know.
Well, I'm just going to tell you the answer. This isn't really trivia, just because it popped into my
We
head.
work together long enough
Morgan,
now.
the
You're
batter.
not playing me anymore.
So, Foreigner Lou Graham was just a fantastic singer,
Yeah.
and still is. From what I've heard, they're still doing shows. But he had a really cool song, a solo song called "Midnight Blue." Remember that song?
Midnight Blue. You can sing a
To
little
the
bit.
Midnight
Oh, for
Blue.
sure, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's Lou Graham. He's the lead singer for Foreigner. I love that song. So cool. 0-2.
Man, I'm gonna tune that up when I get in the truck later. It's
Into
funny.
the
Every time I hang
midnight
out with you in the
blue.
booth, I'm always like, "Oh, what was that? Oh, Foreigner. I'm getting
That's
that
right,
one."
yeah.
And I'll listen to it for like 3 blocks, and then I'm
Yeah.
home, and I'm like, "Dang it!"
I have always had Sirius, and then all of a sudden I didn't have it.
Yeah.
And so you get it in your vehicles, and that goes away, and it's like I don't want to pay for
They
it.
give you the teaser,
Now I
yep.
do it all the time.
Do you?
Oh yeah, because I love flipping around to different stuff. A lot of the radio stations are the same, so you flip around and
Yeah.
Hair Nation, Ozzy's Boneyard. Then you got like the classic rewind stuff. It's all good.
Those are great.
Still 0-2.
Yeah, my old Forerunner's not so much with the Sirius. I've got a radio and I've got a Bluetooth in there, and
Yeah.
I tune in my Spotify.
Got him.
Spotify. Nice.
Got
Let's
him looking.
go.
Miles Howe with a very solid inning. Been really good these last two.
Wow.
For the old Abe's, 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left. After 2.5, yes, 2.5, folks. Your score, 11 for the Raiders. The old Abe 6.
One of my favorites in town. Yep, it's the Willow River and Carbonis, located in Burkhart, Wisconsin. A great place to hang out with your friends pre or post game. Fantastic pizza, beauty burgers, and roasted chicken you'll rave about for weeks. Chris and his crew are here for you. Stop on by and say hi. It's that Willow River and Carbonis, just north of town.
Yes,
Like
Foreigner
Jukebox
4.
Hero
Yes.
and- yeah.
It's got the big 4 on the cover.
Yep.
The old vinyl.
Boy, albums are really coming back.
I was
like
just going to say
record
the same
stores.
thing. I got a couple buddies at work that love their vinyl.
And I mean, I think I haven't had a record for years,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't mind getting a record player or
Yeah.
listening to what it sounds like now. I mean, we've heard records before, but now everything's so digital and how much different it sounds. But Bennett Brathel going to be your leadoff batter. The new pitcher, Blake Buer, number 2, playing shortstop before.
Brathel, he's a big dude.
Yeah, he is.
Tall.
Tall, very tall. Well, let's see if the hot bats can continue here.
Yeah,
Bottom of the
yeah.
third.
Yeah, I was at Best Buy. This was like 2 or 3 years ago, and
Yeah.
they were selling the record players, the new ones.
Yeah.
And the speakers they had were the old school tubes that they were using to.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude.
Are they expensive? I guess I haven't.
Well, the area that I was in was like their super sound area.
Okay.
Everything was expensive.
Yeah.
But it sounded really good.
Curveball.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we've already had like
we're
4
gonna get another
pitches
hit by
here,
pitch up here. Guys are standing in there. They're willing to take it for the team.
Yeah. Curveball's not so bad. It'll leave a little bruise. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
It's only a minor flesh wound.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's a little bunny rabbit.
Viewer the pitch. That one's low. 2-1.
This pitcher number 3 for them?
Number 3, yeah. That curveball in the dirt. Yeah, they've been kind of struggling here. That first inning, pretty solid.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, the hits last inning really kind of ignited that scoring spree for Hudson, and then the walks came and the hit by pitch, and so they're going deep into their pen tonight for sure. That one's fouled right side. Count goes full.
Be careful how much water I drink. Is there a bathroom around here? I'm gonna be in trouble. Cross my legs in the 3rd inning, 4th inning.
They might have a porta potty out here. Otherwise, you got the park porta potty over
Perfect.
here. Yeah.
I don't know if my headset will stretch.
Ground ball over to second base. Picks it up, sets and throws to retire the runner. 1 out here. Bottom of the 3rd.
Center fielder number 10, Sam Manchester.
Brings up Sam Manchester. Manchester walked and scored that last inning. He was part of the walking spree. He also doubled in the first and had an RBI. A lot of the damage last inning, swing and a miss that time. A lot of the damage last inning came, actually, I think, with 1 out.
Yeah.
That's when things really started to kind of heat up for the Raiders. That one's low. 1-1.
I should have asked this earlier. With rain coming through, as long as there is not lightning, will we play through rain? If it's a light rain, or how does that go?
It just kind of is a judgment call a lot of times. I mean, you can play in the lighter rain and that type of thing.
Okay.
Lightning obviously is a no-go.
No quality. Yep.
But we'll see. It all comes down to the safety conditions. So if the field starts to get sloppy and that type of thing, the umpires and coaches might say, you know what, that's enough, or let's sit for a while.
Yep.
But with this system, it sounds like it's moving so slow. Once it starts, it's going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
So
that's why I was asking.
And part of it is, too, the safety piece becomes it's getting darker already.
Yeah.
So pretty good pitch that time. That was inside. 3-2. It's so hard this time of year. These teams get rained out, and that one's popped up. Center field got the wheels going. Had to go a ways to get it, but able to make the catch. You get, let's say, a couple of washouts during the week, and then how do you make those games?
Right,
And these conference games are pretty important. I'm sure they'd like to get it at least through the 5th inning, but we'll see. Brings up Silas Heisler. Another one of the hit by pitch last inning.
One of 3.
One of 3 in a row, I think. Yeah. That's a curveball outside.
I do really like how the is it the evergreens out there are really coming in behind the fence.
Growing,
It looks really good. Yeah.
Looks like the dugout club did a good job of getting that netting up as well, that screening. That one's in there for a strike. Fastball, 1-1.
Do they bring that down over the winter and I just didn't even notice?
Oh, yeah. I haven't been up here for a while to see, when the River Rats play and maybe some Legion ball. I'm thinking it probably stays up. I'm not sure about the sponsor banners. I'm not sure what they do with those. 1-2. Heisler. Tough shot there.
Attaboy.
Gets through the shortstop for a 2-out single.
A replay coming at you. stinger.
See, like I said, you guys, everybody gets a hit when I'm around. It's just
That's right.
easy peasy. That was a tough play. Probably could have scored it either way. The other one was a hot shot. I think that was a hit. But Silas did a good job. He gets a hit from me tonight. So 2 outs here. Parker Reckon, your batter. Parker walked as well and scored. Runner goes. Hit and run action there, but foul back. Heisler had a good jump. See what they do this time. 1-1. Swing and a miss that time. 1-2.
Good pitch.
Good lead. It looked like he was going to go. There's a shot
Wow,
out to the gap.
gapper.
Heisler had a great jump. Let's see if he can turn it into a run.
Oh, yeah.
Sure looks like he's going to. That ball rolls almost to the warning track. Look at Reckon go. There's some speed there. Down, face first with the triple. Nice hit that time. Parker Reckon. It just kept rolling, Ken. Got all the way out to the warning track. Wow. All of a sudden I look up and Reckon's got some wheels, able to get in there face first for the RBI triple.
Dang, that kid was moving.
He was moving, man.
That was awesome. I like it. Another 2-out rally going on by the Hudson crew here.
The bats are alive for sure. Hunter Oswald, your batter. Oswald having a day. 2 for 2. Scored a couple runs. Great to get that production on the bottom of your lineup here. Ground ball to the shortstop. See if it can be handled. Throw over to first in time to retire Oswald. But the Raiders pick up another run on the big RBI triple by Parker Reckon. Your score now after 3, Hudson Raiders 12, Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe 6.
Are you dreaming of a perfect lawn? Willow River Company Lawn Care Services can make it a reality. Our expert team for all aspects of your lawn, from mowing to eliminating those pesky weeds, ensuring a weed-free green paradise. Your lawn deserves the best. That's why we provide tailored fertilization for lush, vibrant grass. At Willow River, we understand that one size doesn't fit all. That's why we offer personalized lawn packages to meet your unique needs. Contact us at willowrivercompany.com. Ready, Freddie?
Ready.
Hey, I got to give a quick shout out and a plug to the Rhinos Foundation. We will be hosting our 28th annual golf tournament over at Pheasant Hills again this year. We just opened up registration, and so you can find that on rhinosfoundation.org under events. You just click the registration piece. Should be pretty easy. But yeah, love to get a couple 4-person teams signed up for that early. It always fills up quick. Maybe
Sounds like
maybe
a
the
good time.
Derek crew could come out there again this year.
I looked at the date. I think it's my anniversary, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it, but doesn't mean we can't get a team out there for you.
Get the Derek crew out there.
Yep.
Love it. Thank you for letting me make a quick shout out. I got a couple pictures of what our shirts might look like, so I was processing those.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Great time out there for a great cause.
Aaron Gunlock,
Woo,
the batter.
Smoke show.
Yeah, Miles Howe has been pitching excellent since he came in back in that second inning. 1, 2, 3 back in the third.
Yell if you ladies
Up
need
here,
in
1
here.
and 2. That one's outside, 2 and 2. Well, hopefully you have good weather for that, Ken. That's always an important thing for a golf tournament, but I'm sure you'll have fun regardless.
Yep.
2 and 2. Ground ball off the plate. Howe's going to have to it's going to be Hagman. He's going to make the throw. Oh, nice play that time by Braffo.
Get him! Wow!
That's where the length comes in. That's a tough play. It's kind of in that dead zone between the pitcher and catcher. We know Hagman's got an arm. He's able to get there. Throw was high, but Bennett Braffel able to pull that down. Out number 1.
Wow. That height really came in play there. My goodness. That was awesome.
Fly ball out to center field. Manchester Park's underneath it. Nothing to it. 2 up, 2 down for the Old Abes here to start the top of the fourth.
Well, out in center, he just had to move like 3-4 steps back into the right there and right under it. I like that. Boom, boom. Holy cow, she's got like 12 packs of stuff. Wow.
Those are heavy,
Super
man.
impressive.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow.
Ian Bauer, your batter. Miles Howe again, making short order this inning, getting ahead in the count. First pitch outside for ball 1. Line drive again out to center field. Again, plants underneath it.
Right there.
He's liking this, that action out there. Manchester with the second and third out. No runs, no hits. 1, 2, 3 for the Old Abes in the top of the fourth. Your score after 3.5. Hudson 12. Eau Claire Memorial 6.
Wilbur's ready to show the coaches why he should make the team.
I'm going top shelf, where Mama keeps the peanut butter.
Or he'll ring one off the iron and...
We'll thick with logistic.
Valley Companies is proud to sponsor Raiders hockey.
Let's hear that horn, Hudson.
Welcome back to the castle. Hudson coming up to bat here in a hot second.
What's a cold second look like?
Well,
really
typically they're slower.
Okay,
yes.
I got you.
Yep. Hot
right.
seconds like wham. Cold seconds like wham.
Okay. Hey, makes sense to me. I mean, just I'm not sure if the listeners at home, you know, if they don't know the difference. Now we know. We're gonna
now you know.
Steele Homey leading off. That one's popped up. Looks playable. Third baseman calls for it, knocks off the hat, makes the catch for out number 1.
It's funny. I was in some big meeting one time, and I used skin of your teeth for something.
Yeah.
And this big shot guy at a company was like, skin of your teeth. No, I haven't heard that in a long time. He's from like Ireland or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is something.
Sam Abrahamson, the batter. in there, pitch number 1 for a strike.
Good pitch.
I get, being one of the elder statesmen in kind of the area that I work in.
Yeah.
I'll throw things out there all the time like that, or what was the thing I said the other day? I'm trying to think. Oh, I said, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And one of the young ladies that works for me said, "What did you say?"
You're going to kill birds?
Oh my God.
Oh,
I said, "Is that another one of those sayings you come up with?"
That you come up with. I love it. At least
Aaron Dotes.
At least you're getting credit for it, right?
It's like
Aaron Dotes. I like
Yeah.
that.
1 and 2.
That's great. I may have to look up on chat a bunch of those so I can start rolling around at work. Ooh, nice wrap.
That's a high fly ball
Yeah,
out
they're
there to
hustling.
center field. They're trying to track it. That had some height on it.
Yes, it
I
did.
lost track of it for a second. I knew he got underneath it, but carried a long way nonetheless for a long out number 2. Yeah, I love those sayings. The things you come up with.
Oh, yeah.
Busier than a one-arm paper hanger.
Yep.
Oh
yeah.
It's like, what's that? That guy's busy. You have no idea.
Really busy.
2 outs. Logan Hagman, the batter. Hanger in there, fouled off. Well, Hudson has scored in each one of the first 3 innings here. 2 outs. Let's see if they can maybe keep the streak going.
Rally time right now.
Ooh, big swing and a miss that time. 0-2. Buer been able to kind of stabilize things a little bit. He's the 3rd pitcher for Memorial today. That one's fouled right side.
What was the pitch count we got just a little bit ago during after 3?
Probably 100 and
buck 15? 112 pitches.
so far for the old Abes. Second inning certainly put a dent into that. Ground ball, tough shot.
Ooh.
There's a line drive base hit for Hagman. So the inning's still alive here. Jace Matazinski, your batter.
Shortstop number 8, Jace Matazinski.
Jace grounded out to the pitcher to end that last inning for Hudson, and he didn't look too happy about it. Let's see if I should say back in the second. So let's see if we can get Jace on the bases here. 2 outs. We saw Hagman steal a base. His last at bat. Ground ball down to third base. Third baseman gets a scoop on it. Makes the throw to retire Matazinski. 4 Hudson, no runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. After 4, your score, the Hudson Raiders 12, Eau Claire Memorial 6.
One of my favorites in town. Yep, it's the Willow River and Carbonis located in Burkhart, Wisconsin. A great place to hang out with your friends pre or post game. Fantastic pizza, beauty burgers, and roasted chicken you'll rave about for weeks. Chris and his crew are here for you. Stop on by and say hi. It's that Willow River and Carbonis just north of town.
Welcome back to the castle. Ken Aaron in the booth. Mr. Bullis down on our camera. The rain is now right over St. Paul right now.
Upon us. Yeah, it's hard
close.
to tell. We were just talking the weird colored clouds. I mean, it wasn't like the other night when we had all those big boomers and you're watching the radar and you see the basically those clouds that is ominous. Miles Howe, impressive here in 3 innings of work. Starts off with a strike. David Ankeny, your batter.
You have any buddies that got hit by that storm?
No, I pretty much missed everything around here. I talked to somebody over in Eau Claire that said they had some stuff, but it wasn't horrible.
So I asked my boys, we were there for dinner last night.
Yeah.
I said, hey, did you guys get any storm? Oh, it wasn't even close, Dad. I go, it was like 10 miles away. 10 miles.
Whatever.
I mean, that's pretty close.
Yeah, it is. Well, the world of meteorology is, I give those people a lot of credit a lot of times because you don't know completely what Mother Nature is going to do, but the only thing they really do is overhype things. Like I think a lot of schools closed and all this down in southeast Minnesota, but they know. I mean, if it gets this warm and with this type of wind, wind action and that type of thing, a cold front, something's going to happen. What they don't know is where it's going to happen. So that's there's no exact science to that.
The thing that amazes me is a day or two out, they're showing like rain patterns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're usually pretty darn close. It's crazy.
They are, but it's kind of like the same thing with snowstorms. It's like, well, this area might get an inch, and this area might get 2 feet. And they, in some cases, I mean, they're only 50 miles apart.
Right,
So it's crazy. All right, our man, the Zen Master's up to the plate. Leadoff walk, hit by pitch. So Ankeny is your runner at first.
I bet there's a cool story about that last name.
That one's in there for a strike. 1-1.
Nice pitch.
I keep having to check my glasses. I think I got sunglasses on. Oh, up the middle. Tough shot. Thought for a second that would have been a really hard play for Howe to make, but then I thought, well, maybe they'll get it. Matazinski might be able to get there, but it was well hit. So, still life in the old Apes here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 up, 2 on. Brings up number 18, Aaron Smith. That's in there for a strike. Smith on the day, 0 for 1, flew out to center field his last at bat.
I was saying the same thing about it. I feel like I have my shades on right now, but it's just getting kind of dark.
Curveball fouled. So Howe quickly up here, 0-2 against Smith. Oh, good pitch, good block that time by Hagman. Kept it in front of him.
A little low on that one. It looked pretty good.
That was low. That was in the dirt. Okay. So Hagman able to keep that from getting behind him and moving those runners up. 1-2. Little noise coming out of that old Abe dugout now. Ooh, got him. Got him. Absolutely. Nice pitch. Jammed him up there, and Smith was like, did I go? Yeah, I kind of did. But
did that happen?
Don't tell anybody.
Keep it cool.
Brings up the left fielder, Gabe Secker. 1 out. Runners at first and second on the walk and the single by the old Abes. First pitch in there for a strike. That one's popped up. Tough spot. Left fielder's going to call for it. No, it's going to get dropped, but they're going to try to get that force. No infield fly called. It did drop in kind of a dead zone out there in left field, and the Raiders able to be heads up. Oswald with the put out, the throw, I should say, and the put out at third.
All right, probably a dumb question, but what's an infield fly call?
An infield fly is if the ball is popped up in the infield, they call the batter automatically out. Remember what we saw happen in the girls' softball game there?
I was wondering what the heck.
The batter's automatically out there. And what it does is it's kind of a dead ball thing, except for the fact that if, for example, something happened like happened at softball where that girl left the base, they can tag her out.
Ah, gotcha. Gotcha.
If she didn't tag up. So, or in this case, the same thing. So, that's ball. 2-0. In there for a strike.
Wee! Good looking pitch.
Buer is the batter, your pitcher for the Old A's. Ground ball down to third base. Silas makes the throw over to first to retire the side for the Old A's. No runs. They get a hit. They leave 2 after 4.5. Your score, Hudson 12, Eau Claire Memorial 6.
When you're buying insurance, finding protection closer to home is always better. After all, who is likely to care more about you? Someone at the end of a 1-800 number or your local professional insurance agent? If you need a quote or just have a question, please just drop in and see us or give us a call. SF Insurance Group is your local community insurance agency. Visit our many locations at St. Croix Falls, Osceola, Somerset, New Richmond, Hudson, Stillwater, Chisago City, and Forest Lake. Visit us online at sfinsurancegroup.com.
Leading off for the Raiders, the first baseman, number 11.
That's me. Okay. pushing buttons. Bennett Braffel, your batter.
Got to keep an eye on you in that soundboard. You were about to play some stuff.
Yeah, it was. Bottom of the 5th here. Hudson up 12-6. Let's see if they can add to it. Braffel falls that one off right side. It is starting to get a little darker, seeing a little bit more illumination on that scoreboard, so swing going to miss that time from Brathel. 0-2. Coach Blagan down there still chattering away encouragement. Curveball, that's outside. 1-2. What'd you get there, Ken?
Well, I'm trying to eat
Ground
better.
ball over to second base. Gosh, he's been getting some good hops today. Hard hit that time from Bennett, but right to the second baseman for out number 1.
So along with working out, I'm eating better as well. It's kind of a combo deal.
Yeah.
So I got a little protein bar
Yeah, good for you.
versus a hand of peanut M&Ms or something.
Yeah.
You know?
That's good.
Yeah.
Was that the go-to before? You go to maybe a Snickers and
Yeah.
you're hangry?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I had some pretty bad
Sam
eating habits
Manchester.
that we're trying to fix.
Ball, that one's high.
It's funny, these protein bars nowadays, Aaron, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
I mean, some of them are horrible, but there's some good ones.
I usually have a protein bar a day. Usually that's my morning, but swing and a miss that time.
Well, you grab one in the AM.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. One and one here on Manchester. One out, bottom of the fifth. That one's in there for a strike. 1-2. Things have kind of cooled off these last couple innings after the crazy couple innings that started the game. Ground ball down the first base line. That's going to be fair right down to the first baseman. Takes it himself for out number 2.
Wow, 2 down. Bing, bing.
Now up to third baseman, number 9, Silas Heisler.
Silas Heisler, your batter. Blake Buer, who's come in as the third pitcher for Eau Claire Memorial, has really done a pretty good job here in the third, fourth, now into the 5th inning, calming down those Raider bats. But Heisler able to get on bases last at bat, scored on that triple. The triple by Rankin.
Yeah, that was a heck of a hit.
Uh-oh, birds are flying on the field now.
Does that mean rain?
Nighthawks. No, I don't know about that.
I was like, is that an old wives' tale?
Swing and a miss. No, but
this is another Spooner story we're going to hear.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Back in the day,
when you see
birds in the field.
You see the long eyelashed pigeon in there for strike number 2. 1-2. Silas Heisler waiting for the pitch. 1-2. Curveball. That's a line drive down the line.
That's good. Let's go.
See if he can stretch that to 2. We saw the speed before. He's looking good right now in there, standing up. So,
wow.
Heisler.
Let's go, Heisler.
A couple hits in a row here, keeping these innings alive. The last time it happened, he did score on that triple by your next batter, Parker Reckon. Let's see if he can do it again. Heisler with some good speed, able to turn on the jets and get to 2. Big swing and a miss that time. So Reckon had a gapper all the way out to the warning track, out to the fence, and he showed some speed too, able to get to third base.
That thing was a beauty. He was wheeling too.
He was. Ooh, another big cut. 0-2.
Oregon music, get you going here, bud.
Get him a little rally.
There we go. A little rally coming.
Buer with the pitch. Oh, that's going to drop, and that's going to score a run.
Love it.
Here comes
Let's
Heisler.
go, Heisler.
Those boys are connecting tonight. Produced the last couple runs here for the Raiders. Hudson picks up another on the 2-out single by Reckon. And he's been doing that, I think, behind in the count. So good piece of hitting there from Reckon.
Well, let's not discount the Oregon play that happened too.
Well, that too. You do add a little excitement and spice to the party.
Let's keep her going. Keep her going, folks.
Hunter Oswald, the batter. Keep an eye on Reckon. Again, we saw his speed. Let's see how aggressive Coach wants to get here. Swing and a miss. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. You like that toy, don't you?
I do love my little music mix master over here.
Runner goes. Curveball across there, the plate. That one's going to be a little late. So stolen base that time. Reckon showing the speed. So Hunter Oswald now down 0-2. See if he can do the same thing as Reckon and knock in another run here with 2 outs. Ground ball to the shortstop. See if he can make the handle. Makes the scoop and the throw. Close play there. Good speed
Bang, bang.
from Oswald. The Raiders get one on a hit. They leave one. Your score now after 5. Hudson 13. Eau Claire Memorial 6.
Jonesy's Local Bar and Grill, close to the rink for all your pre- and post-game fun. Jonesy's features some great apps, the pretzel, onion rings, and don't forget, great wings, both bone-in and boneless. Boneless available in white and dark meat. And then my favorite, on Saturday and Sunday, it's the prime rib. Wow! Jonesy's also caters and hosts meat raffles to benefit local nonprofits. Thanks for being part of the team.
Welcome back to the castle for the Hudson Raiders. Currently 13-6, leading the Memorial Old Abe's. Again, that rain, I just checked the radar. It is creeping in just about to the river.
Brady Borg is your batter. Ground ball. That's up the middle. Matazinski gets over, turns, makes the throw. Oh, boy. That was a tough play even to get there. Throw was up the line a little bit, but, boy, that was a really tough play for Jace.
I was thinking we were going to get the ESPN. Da-na-na.
Yeah, well, that was an ESPN-worthy one.
That was great. Great try.
But that's a tough play. That's a single.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so leadoff batter on. Miles Howell, like we mentioned, pitching a heck of a game here. Brings up the top of the order. Gunlock. Ooh, this is a double play ball right here. Jace is going to take it himself and say, no problem. I might not have got him the first time, but I'll take him that time.
Let's go.
That's the bounce you were looking for. So
replay.
6-3 double play.
Perfectly executed.
Yes. By me, Jace. Mm-hmm. No, that was it. No, that time the range, the first time the ball was over a little bit further, hit harder. To get there was impressive. That time was impressive, but it just worked out well. It was right by the bag. He could make it himself.
Yeah.
So I love it. Double play. Brings up Alex Johnson. Or maybe we have a pinch hitter here. Let's just see. I don't have the number. Fly ball
20.
out to center field. Manchester
He's
got the
hustling.
wheels on. Makes the catch to retire the side. That was Alex Johnson. So the Raiders get a double play after the leadoff single. No runs, one hit. They leave none. After 5.5, your score, Hudson 13, Eau Claire Memorial 6.
When you're working with Derek Building Solutions, you'll get a full-service general contractor that handles every aspect of the project, from design all the way to the final clean.
You know, I was pretty nervous getting into this. It was a big undertaking. There's a lot that goes into it, but having a good contractor, you know, helps you work through the process. We've never built anything like this before, and knew that we would need probably a little extra help on the front end of getting things going. And so definitely glad that we picked Derek.
Welcome back to the Castle. Ken Aaron on the call today. Your current Raiders score 13-6 against the Old Apes. And the rain is imminent. Blame it on the rain.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
A little Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli.
Oh, God.
Those poor guys. That's it. That whole story. Ooh.
Wow.
Nope, didn't hit him.
Was there a...
No.
Am I just making this up? Was there a Netflix documentary made
Oh, yeah,
about those
been-
goofballs?
Well,
Really?
Yes, there was.
Okay.
But you got to remember the one guy killed himself.
What? I didn't know
Oh,
that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From the whole incident? From, like, the fallout of it?
Mhm.
I didn't know that, Aaron.
No,
Oh, that's
that hit him.
terrible.
That hit him?
He's trying to hit him. Homie's like, look, man.
2-0.
I didn't know that, Aaron. That is
Yeah,
a
so
sad
the one,
deal.
so the one guy, you should watch it
I
because
will.
you remember all that stuff. The
Oh,
one
yeah.
guy was real messed up. That one's off the handle, fall back. And the other guy, I think, got his life together, but it wasn't without all kinds. I mean, they
some
basically
stuff,
took
yeah.
those guys and threw them right under the bus.
Yeah.
And so,
Which is kind of like ridiculous because there's so many, I think, artists that did that,
sure,
right?
yeah.
I mean, give me a break.
swing and a miss. Jeez, he wanted that one.
Homie is looking for the courthouse with that
guess
swing.
so.
Holy smokes.
2-2. Ground ball down the first base line. That one's foul.
Let's get you a little organ music there, homie.
There you go. You gonna get it going?
Let's get you a little something to think about. Get your mind right. Here we go. Beep.
Just imagine somebody walking
right?
a monkey to this music.
Right.
In the circus. 2-2. That
Oh,
one hit him. That one
goodness.
hit him. It was inevitable.
That was
gonna
coming.
happen.
You knew it was coming.
It's like, come on, ouch. Right off the ankle there.
Yeah. You ever been to one of those Cirque du Soleils before?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah, I saw him in
those
Vegas.
are fun. Which one did you see out in Vegas? The water one?
Oh, gosh, it's been a long time
You'd
ago.
know it if it was a water
I
one
don't
because
think
it's
it was
all
a water one. No.
Yeah.
All right, so Steel Homie took a pitch there, and we've got a pinch runner, number 15. Do not have him. Maybe Nathan Miller. I have on JV with that number, but
Homie smiling his way over to the dugout right now. He's
Hunter
okay.
Rieger. Okay. All right, brings up Stan Abrahamson. Sam having a good night at the plate. Let's see if he can keep it going here. That one's high. Ball one.
Yeah, Shannon took me to Cirque du Soleil back in the day, and I was like, I don't want to go to no circus.
Yeah.
She goes, well, just trust me.
I like it.
Oh, my gosh.
That one's in the dirt.
That'll be a stolen
Runner's
base.
not going to move.
Oh, what?
No, he was got a pinch runner. Just think he's
Pinch
happy to
runner?
be in the game.
Oh. Look, you got to get moving on those. You're playing for the Raiders here.
That one's fall back with a little grunt. 2-1.
So I got to tell you about the coolest part of that Cirque du Soleil. You know, you've seen those dragons before that they have. There's a guy in front who's the front feet, and then the guy uses his legs. He's the back guy, right?
Yeah.
And they're kind of, he holds his legs, right?
Yeah.
It's a two-person deal. Well, this dragon comes out doing, just walking normal, and all of a sudden there's this huge, like, metal ball that the dragon gets onto. And I'm like, okay. All of a sudden, this dragon goes up on its rear feet. So again, there's a dude inside the costume, on the guy's shoulders, on the ball. It was mind blowing.
Sounds crazy.
Oh yeah,
That's in there for a strike. 2-2.
I was having an experience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Like, what is happening? It was fun.
Have you ever seen the Blue Man Group?
Yes.
They're pretty
Once.
fun,
They're
too.
really, I was surprised how much fun I had at
That
that.
was fun. 2-2. Jammer job down to
Yep.
third. They're going to try to get the force at second. Try to turn it. Not in time. Abrahamson
Close.
legs that one out.
Yeah, the Blue Man, I think we saw down in Orlando back in the day with the kids. And I had a really good time watching that show.
That was fun.
It's really fun.
They do a good job.
Yeah.
Brings up Logan Hagman. 1 out here for Hudson. Abrahamson on the base pass. We know what that usually means. We'll see how aggressive Coach Blagan wants to get.
I don't know if anybody's checked the burgers in a bit, but it smells like they
it's a
might
little burn
be
action
burning.
going.
I'm not sure who we need to notify. Send up a flare.
Burning down the house.
Burning down the house.
We are kind of right underneath them, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Right?
you're burning.
Those stupid announcers are yelling at us again. God, those guys.
Sam gets a jump. There he goes. That one's popped out to right field. Sorry. Plenty of time to track it. Abrahamson gets down the line, but right field secures the catch for out number 2.
The shortstop, number 8, Jace Matazinski.
Matazinski. Another great name. It's fun. We've really had some fun last names the last year or two in high school sports, haven't we?
Yeah. Keep it coming, folks.
Yeah.
Sam's over there kicking dirt. He wants to steal a base.
Mm-hmm.
That one's outside. 1-0. Hudson, after that electric second inning, just kind of putzing along here. 1 run in the third. There he goes. That one's popped up. Playable. First baseman calls for it. Makes the play to retire Matazinski. Hudson again, no runs. No hits. They leave one. After 6 innings, your score, Hudson 13, Eau Claire Memorial 6.
Are you dreaming of a perfect lawn? Willow River Company Lawn Care Services can make it a reality. Our expert team for all aspects of your lawn, from mowing to eliminating those pesky weeds, ensuring a weed-free green paradise. Your lawn deserves the best. That's why we provide tailored fertilization for lush, vibrant grass. At Willow River, we understand that one size doesn't fit all. That's why we offer personalized lawn packages to meet your unique needs. Contact us at willowrivercompany.com. Welcome back to Raider Castle Raider Field Stadium. Raider Castle. We're out here at the baseball game, folks.
Yep.
Enjoying a nice evening with some cloudy skies.
Miles Howell just having a heck of a game here.
Yeah.
Starts off this top of the 7th inning with the strike. These innings have been going bang, bang, bang for him. His pitch count stayed down even though he's been just in the 2nd inning. Line drive, that one's going to be up the middle,
let's
caught
go!
by Matazinski. That basketball rebounding comes into play on those plays.
Replay coming in hot.
Nice play, good jump on the ball. Tracks that down. Again, just 2 pitches, 1 out. Howell, very efficient. brings up David Ankeny. Ankeny had walked 3 times today so far, so he's
No way, really.
over, but been up 3 times.
Hmm.
First pitch from Miles is a ball. 1-0. Pitch number 2 comes in. That one's low.
Is it raining out there right now? Yeah. If we could keep that dry, that'd be amazing. Thank you.
2-0.
Got a little assist from the dugout crew helping with our cameraman out there to
Yeah.
keep the camera dry.
That one's in there for a strike. Little spin out there on the mound from Miles. 2-1.
Always good when the electronics don't.
Yeah, it doesn't with stuff
Explode.
like that. Rice doesn't work to dry it out.
I don't think so.
That one's inside. 3-1.
A little sprinkling going on out there was the call.
Three and one here. That one's in the dirt. So a 1-out walk. Ankeny is the runner at first. He's going to round it. Hagman's on the ball, so no worries there.
First baseman number 4, Logan Zinsmaster.
Logan Zinmaster.
Zinmaster's back up. Zinmaster had a good at bat last time, I think.
He did. He had a single.
Yeah.
Zin to win. In there for a strike.
Good pitch. Well, there's trouble on the text machine.
Yeah.
Look out for that
Look
guy.
out. That one's low. Big lead over there. I'm sure Hagman was kind of eyeing that up. Like, you do that again. If I get at the ball clean, you might be picked off, my friend. Starting to see a little rain out there now, Ken.
Yep.
1-1.
Sneaking in, slow but steady.
That one's tight. 2-1. Oh,
Dust
Zinmaster's
off.
like, what was that?
Wait a minute.
Little encouragement coming from that Raider dugout. 3-1 here. Miles just needs to take a breath.
Here it is.
He's had great rhythm and been
Here it
very
is.
efficient.
Here's the organ music. That's all you need.
That's it.
Yeah! Organ music does
Get
it again.
Yep.
Hit it again, he says. Oh, listen to this one.
Oh.
Bum, 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 bum. Digging deep for this one.
Full count. Ooh, fouled off. Good pitch.
Crowd loves that one.
They do.
Love it.
Full count here. 1 out. Curveball. Beauty pitch.
K-time!
Nice battle that time.
Gonna watch
from
that
Miles
pitch.
Howe.
Dink.
Showed a little heart there down in that count.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the chatter going from the dugout when he got through that pitch tight. Smith, the batter, takes the first pitch for a strike. Struck out his last at bat. 2 outs. This will be the end of your ball game here. Don't want to jinx it, but Hudson now 1 out away from a big comeback. That one's a little high.
Yeah, we definitely got in the hole early.
So not too worried about that runner. Miles shouldn't be anyway. That's in there for a strike.
Yep.
1 and 2. Here's the noise, a little chatter. Guys standing at the fence here, encouraging their pitcher. 1 and 2. Let's see what Miles comes back with here. That'd be a curveball, a little wide. Good pitch. 2 and 2.
Even up here. What's that you say?
Oh, here we go.
I heard you.
Just what the doctor ordered. Howe with the pitch. Got him swinging.
K-time. Let's go.
All right. That's your ball game, folks. For the Old Abes in the top of the 7th, no runs, no hits. They leave one. They also leave a couple strikeouts to end that ball game. Your final score, the Hudson Raiders 13, Eau Claire Old Abes 6. We'll wrap this up shortly.
We got to get a player, this Jonesy's player of the game. I know you're thinking about it right now.
I got my guy. He just proved himself that last inning. So we'll come back to that in a second.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, Hudson coming in here, all of a sudden that first inning, we're like, oh, my gosh, the runners were on base.
Buckle up,
it
right?
was kind of like a merry-go-round for Eau Claire to start. Everything went their way. They get 5 runs. Hudson comes back. You know, they chip away at it after that first inning. They get 2, but then all of a sudden the bats started going. The walks started happening. They were able to be aggressive on the base pass. They pick up 9, and after that it was pretty much smooth sailing. But I will say this. I mean, after those first 2 innings, Hudson defensively played better, but their pitching got really good. That's my Jonesy player of the game, Miles Howell.
Our Jonesy's player of the game.
I just did a head count here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got unofficially 5 strikeouts, but none bigger than those last 2, again, to get this game finished. And what I liked is he was efficient in his innings. He really didn't give up any big hits. When guys got on base, he settled down. And so great job by him.
Awesome job. Well, we got the umbrella in front of the camera. Obviously, the rain came in just in time for the end of the game, which is great. Thanks again for tuning in to Raiders Streaming. It's Ken Conan, Aaron Sundin, and our camera guy today, Ryan Bullis. Thank you so much for filling in for Jeff. We appreciate all that you do. We'll see you next time for softball or baseball. Talk soon.